Hi everyone, I'm Bubbles from Susan's family. Today, I'll teach you how to make a Muling clutch, Little Ling style. For this electronic tutorial, you can search for susud.com on the website and check it out. This bag consists of the main part and accessories. The clothing includes pants, skirts, and shoulder parts. The main part includes the arms, padding, shoes, legs, body, and head, making up 6 sections. The accessories include the frame closure, hair, rabbit ears, and facial features, bag straps and decorations, among other parts. Because the head position requires finishing the clothing first, threading it on before crocheting again, we will start by making the clothing. Then, we'll make the main body and accessories. Most of this product uses a chart format for instructions. Next, I'll help you all recognize the chart. In the table, R indicates the round number. H indicates the row number. The column for stitch instructions shows the stitch patterns needed for crocheting the current round, as well as the situation of increasing or decreasing stitches. Stitch count column indicates the total number of stitches after completing all the stitches in the current round. Let's start by learning how to crochet the pants. It is divided into the legs, the body of the pants, lace trim, and decorative strands for the pant legs. Start by crocheting the pant legs. There are 2 identical ones. Both start with a foundation chain and work in rounds along the foundation chain. This toy is entirely crocheted using the X-stitch single crochet. In subsequent crocheting, it will simply be referred to as single crochet. The stitches used include X-stitch single crochet and V-short needle increase. Now, let's dive in. For convenience, so you can see more clearly, I'll demonstrate using thick cotton yarn here. For specific yarn details, color schemes, and hook sizes, please refer to the detail page of our product and the paper instructions. Start with a foundation chain of 18 stitches. When crocheting the starting chain, you can work it a bit looser. After completing, pick up the first chain's top half loop, which is this stitch here. Work a slip stitch join. Pull tight. And that completes the starting chain. Next, we'll work on round 1 is 18V. Start by making a turning chain of 1 stitch. Then insert the hook into the first chain's top half loop. Work a single crochet increase here, which is in the same position where you just made the slip stitch. Crochet 2 single crochets in this spot. As you work, gently tighten the yarn tail. That completes 1 single crochet increase. Continue to the next adjacent stitch, pick up its top half loop, and work a single crochet increase. That means you're picking up this strand of yarn. Another single crochet increase is now complete. Work all the way down to finish this round. After completing the last single crochet increase, join it with a slip stitch to the first single crochet, meaning this stitch right here. Tighten the yarn. And that completes the first round. Now let's work on the second round. XV times 18. The stitches in parentheses indicate one group. Times indicates the number of times to repeat the pattern. First, make a chain as the beginning chain. Then work a single crochet. Followed by a single crochet increase. That completes one group within the parentheses. Work another group now. Start with a single crochet. Then work a single crochet increase. That completes another group. Continue following the chart. Finish crocheting the remaining part. After completing, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Tighten. That's how you complete the second round. For the following third to fifth rounds, crochet evenly without increasing or decreasing. This means one stitch corresponds to one stitch. The number of stitches after completing these rounds will be the same as in the previous round. Next, everyone finish crocheting these rounds. After completing the first 5 rounds, move on to the 6th round. Here, my sample has fewer rounds, so it's not for reference. Start with a chain 1 as the beginning chain, then work 3 single crochets, followed by K3. The number that comes after indicates how many stitches to skip. Here, skip 3 stitches. That means skip 3 stitch openings without crocheting. Start crocheting 3 single crochets on the 4th stitch from the left. This completes one group within the parentheses. After finishing the last group, join with a slip stitch, tighten it. This completes the 6th round. Leave a bit of tail and fasten off the yarn. One leg is now crocheted. Continue in the same way. And crochet another one. Pay attention, don't cut the yarn after finishing. That's how you complete the pant leg. Next, we'll start crocheting the pant body. Crochet around in circles upward along the pant legs. The new stitch technique used here is the a single crochet decrease. Now, let's dive in. Start by crocheting the first round of the pant body, and connect the 2 pant legs together. Start by crocheting 3 chains from the pant leg that hasn't been cut. Then connect it to the other pant leg. Begin crocheting single crochets from the first stitch. Make sure to weave in the yarn tails as you go. After completing the pant leg, you'll reach the chain position. Pick up the top loop of the chains and crochet a single crochet. Once completed, move on to crocheting the other pant leg. After finishing, you'll reach the chain position again. Pick up the remaining 2 strands of the chain, and crochet 3 single crochets into each. Once done, join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. This stitch might look a little puckered, but don't skip it. Tighten the yarn. That completes the first round of the pant body. Both pant legs are now connected. Next, let's work on the second round. Start with a chain 1 as the beginning chain. Then crochet 11 single crochets. Follow that with a single crochet decrease. Before crocheting, take a look. Each stitch has 2 loops like this. The loop closer to you is the front loop. The loop farther from you is the back loop. Insert the crochet hook through the front loops of the next 2 adjacent stitches. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over again, pull the yarn through all loops on the hook. That completes 1 single crochet decrease. This is an invisible decrease for a single crochet. The texture looks nice after crocheting. Continue and crochet this round completely while referring to the chart. After completing, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Tighten it. That's how you complete the second round of the pant body. Keep going and refer to the chart. Finish crocheting the remaining rounds for the pant body. After finishing, leave about a 30 cm tail end for sewing. That concludes the pant body section. Next, let's crochet the lace trim. Crochet in rounds along the starting chain of the pant leg. The new stitch technique used here is F double crochet. Now, let's dive in. First, take the corresponding color yarn. Then place the starting position of the pant leg facing up. At the approximate location of the first starting stitch, pick up 1-2 strands of the yarn. Join the yarn first. Then make 3 chains as beginning chain. Next, hook 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Weave in the yarn tails. Then pick up the other 2 strands from the adjacent stitch. Work 3 double crochets. Continue down this round, picking up the pant leg stitches. For each stitch, pick up 1-2 remaining strands and work 3 double crochets. Complete this round. After finishing the last double crochet, pick up the 2 strands of the 3rd chain from the beginning chain. Make a slip stitch to join. Pull tight. Leave a bit of tail and fasten off the yarn. Hide the yarn tail on the wrong side. This completes the lace trim for one pant leg. Continue downward using the same method. Complete the lace trim for the other pant leg as well. That concludes the tutorial for the pant leg lace trim. Lastly, let's make the decorative strands for the pant legs. Evenly sew 12 line segments onto each pant leg. The 2 strands near the crotch area will be shorter, while the rest are roughly the same length. Next, I'll demonstrate the sewing method. First, cut a piece of yarn, about 80 centimeters in the corresponding color. Thread it into the needle. Take out the pant leg. Let's take a look. The skipped stitches on the pant legs all protrude outward. When sewing the segments, we can sew one at the protruding position and one at the indented position. This way, the sewn segments will be more evenly spaced. First, weave in the ends on the back side of the pant leg. Draw through from a stitch above. Insert underneath. At the dent, come out roughly in the middle. Insert above. Continue embroidering. Pay attention not to pull the segments too tight. Make it slightly shorter around the crotch area. Sew the rest of the segment downward. After finishing, hide the tail inside the pant leg. Then take another yarn. Follow the same method. Embroider the segments on the other pant leg as well. After completing, apply a small amount of glue to each segment and secure it to the pant leg. You can use a sewing needle to assist. Dip and apply a little glue. Continue downward and secure the remaining segments. This completes the decorative strands on the pant legs. That concludes the explanation for the pants. Next, let's crochet the dress, the body of the dress. Sleeves. Collar lace trim. Body line segments and lace trim make up the dress. Start with crocheting the body. We will start from foundation chain. Work in rounds along the foundation chain. The new stitches used include FB double crochet increase and F double crochet. Now, let's dive in. First, everyone follow the chart to complete the starting chain and the first round. I've already finished this part ahead of time. Next, let's move on to the second round. Start by making 3 beginning chains. These 3 chains count as 1 double crochet, corresponding to the first stitch. Then work a double crochet increase in the next stitch. That is, make 2 double crochets in the same position. This completes 1 double crochet increase. Then continue to work 1 double crochet sequentially. 1 double crochet increase. Continue following the chart to complete this round. Once completed, insert the hook into the third chain from the beginning chain, then join with a slip stitch. Pull tight. This completes the second round. Now let's move on to the third round. Start by making 3 chains as the beginning chain. Again, these 3 chains count as 1 double crochet. I won't repeat the instructions from here on. Then work 5 double crochets. Two chains. Then skip 6 stitches. On the 7th stitch from the left side, start working 12 double crochets. Flip the piece so the right side faces outward. After completing, work 2 chains. Then skip another 6 stitches. Work 6 double crochets. Once done, join with a slip stitch into the beginning chain. Pull tight. That's how you complete the 3rd round. Now let's move on to the 4th round. Start with 3 chains for turning. Then crochet following the form. When you reach a chain position, pick up either 1 or 2 strands of the chain and continue crocheting. Work all the way down to complete this round. After finishing, join with a slip stitch. Pull tight. That completes the 4th round. Now let's move on to the 5th round. Start with the stitches in the square brackets. The square brackets mean you crochet into the same stitch. Begin with 3 chains as a turning chain. Then, in the same position, where the slip stitch is, work 1 double crochet. That completes the stitches in the brackets. Continue down and refer to the form. Finish crocheting the remaining part of the skirt body. End with a slip stitch. That completes the 5th round. Continue and crochet the 6th round while following the form. After completing the last stitch of the final round of the skirt, leave a yarn tail of about 10 centimeters and break the yarn. Pull the yarn tail through. Then tuck it to the wrong side through the 2nd stitch. And then bring it to the wrong side again through the last stitch. Slightly tighten it. This way, weaving in the ends makes the slip stitch marks invisible. The texture looks more attractive. Finally, weave in the ends on the wrong side. That concludes the skirt section. Next, we'll move on to the sleeves. There are 2 identical sleeves. Both are crocheted by joining the yarn at the corresponding position on the sleeve body. Now, let's dive in. Take the same color yarn as the skirt. On the 3rd round of the skirt, add 2 chains. Join the yarn on the 2nd stitch from right to left. Make 3 chains as the beginning chain. Then pick up the double crochet stitch on the side edge of the skirt. Work 2 double crochets. Next, pick up stitches and work the stitch pattern according to the table. When you reach the side, work into the entire double crochet stitch. For the last double crochet, work it into the remaining chain. After completing, finish with a slip stitch. Pull tight. That completes the first round of the sleeve. Continue following the table to complete the remaining rounds of the sleeve. After finishing, leave a bit of tail and fasten off the yarn. Hide all the yarn tails. That concludes one sleeve. Work the other sleeve in the same way. On the other side of the sleeve body. Join the yarn on the chain, then crochet according to the table. That completes the sleeves. Next, we'll crochet the collar lace trim. Crochet in rounds around the starting point of the dress body. Now, let's dive in. Here, I'll demonstrate with a sample swatch. The number of rounds is not for reference. Take the corresponding color yarn. First, work a single crochet increase in the last single crochet of the first round of the dress body. Join the yarn at the same stitch position. If you can't find the exact spot, you can also pick up approximately 1-2 strands to crochet. Then, chain 1 as beginning chain. Next, work a single crochet in the same position. Then work a single crochet in the same insertion position as the adjacent single crochet. Work another single crochet. This round involves picking up from the chain of the dress body. Crochet with the remaining 2 strands of yarn. If you can't find the exact spot, you can also roughly pick up 1-2 strands of yarn. Continue crocheting all the way down to finish this round. After completing the last single crochet, join it with the first single crochet using a slip stitch. Pull tight. The number of stitches after completion should match the starting stitch count of the dress body. Now move on to crochet round 2. Start with 1 beginning chain. Then work 2 single crochets. Follow that with 3 chains. Then work 2 more single crochets. And another 3 chains. This round alternates between 2 single crochets and 3 chains. Continue all the way down to finish this round. After completing the last 2 single crochets, work 3 more chains. Join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Tighten up. Leave a bit of tail and fasten off the yarn. Hide the yarn tails on the wrong side. That concludes the collar lace trim. Now let's make the decorative strands for the dress body on the last 2 rounds of the dress body. Sew triangular segments like these. Now, let's show. Cut about 1/5 m of the corresponding color yarn. Thread the sewing needle, then hide the tail on the wrong side of the dress body. Next, exit from any stitch in the last round of the dress body. Insert slightly angled above it. Then come out below at an interval of about 4 stitches. Reinsert into the same position, where you just came out. Continue and exit from the position where you last came out below. Draw through the stitch where you exited below. Insert slightly angled above. Come out below at an interval of about 4 stitches. Insert again above. Exit from the same position, where you came out below. Continue downward repeating this process. Finish sewing the segment. Finally, exit from the starting position. Hide the excess tail on the wrong side. This completes the decorative strand on the dress body. First, cut a length of yarn, about twice the edge of the skirt. For convenience in watching, I'll demonstrate with another color of yarn. Pull out 2 strands from it. And then thread them into a sewing needle. Tie one end into a knot. and secure the tail inside. Next, take out the lace trim. The side with the clearer texture is the right side. The other side is the wrong side. Place the right side of the trim against the wrong side of the skirt. Align one edge with the insertion point of the last round of the skirt. Then sew them together. As you sew, create pleats. The width of the pleats should be about 1 centimeter. You can also decide based on your preference. Mind not to sew crooked. Continue sewing down to finish this round. After finishing all, you can overlap a little with where you started. Sew that part again. If there's extra lace left at the end, just cut off the excess. Finally, tie a knot and hide the tail. That's how you finish sewing the lace trim. Next, we'll crochet the shoulder parts. We will start from foundation chain, and crochet back and forth along the starting point. Now, let's dive in. Start with 19 chains. Then work row 1. Start crocheting from the 5th stitch from the end. Count backwards from the side where the hook is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 5th stitch from the end. Work 3 double crochets into this purl stitch. Once completed, work 4 half double crochets into the next adjacent stitch. After finishing, work 1 half double crochet into the stitch on the left side. Then work another double crochet in the same position. Next, continue with 3 double crochet increases. Then work 1 double crochet into the next adjacent stitch. And 1 half double crochet. After finishing, continue with 4 half double crochets. Finally, there is 1 chain left. Work 3 double crochets here first. Finish with 1 treble crochet. Yarn over twice. Insert. Draw the yarn through. Now there are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over again. Draw through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. First time. Second time. Third time. That completes 1 treble crochet. The first row is now done. Let's move on to the second row. Start with 4 chains as the beginning chain. This means to turn over the work. Turn the piece. Then, on the last treble crochet stitch of the previous row, work 3 double crochets. After turning, the stitch will be in the top left position. Work 1 double crochet into the adjacent stitch. Then continue to work 6 half double crochets in sequence. Next, work 1 half double crochet into the adjacent stitch, followed by 1 double crochet. Continue with 1 double crochet in the adjacent stitch. Then work 2 double crochets into the stitch on the left. Chain 1. And work 2 double crochets. Next, work 4 double crochets. Continue crocheting while referring to the pattern. Finally, on this turning chain, pick up 2 strands of yarn and work 3 double crochets. Finish with 1 treble crochet. Leave a bit of tail and fasten off the yarn. Hide the yarn tail on the wrong side of the second row. That concludes the shoulder part section. We'll use the right side of the second row as the right side of the shoulder parts. Next, sew lace trim onto the wrong side of the collar. Take about twice the length of the collar edge in the same color yarn. Extract 2 strands from it and thread them through a sewing needle. Tie a knot at the end. Similarly, this is for convenience while watching. I'll use a different color yarn for demonstration purposes. Place the right side of the lace trim against the wrong side of the shoulder parts. Align the small squares on the edge of the lace with the edge of the shoulder parts. Then start sewing from one end. At the beginning, you can fold the lace slightly inward. Pay attention. While sewing, there's no need to create pleats. When you reach the corner position, you can fold it slightly inward. Continue sewing the lace trim down onto the collar edge. When you reach the edge, leave a little bit and cut it off. You can also fold the edge inward slightly. After completing, tie off and weave in the ends neatly. This way, the shoulder part lace is sewn on. Next, use the corresponding color yarn to sew around the collar edge in a circle. Now, let's dive in. Similarly, cut a length of yarn, about twice the length of the shoulder part. Pull out one strand. Refer to the chart for specific color schemes, then glue it along the shoulder part edge. You can apply glue on the thread, or use a sewing needle to help. After gluing, cut off the excess tails. This way, the line segment of the shoulder part is attached. Finally, attach the shoulder part onto the dress. Place the scorer side of the shoulder part at the back. That's the side of the dress body with the slip stitches. If you have a glue gun, you can insert the glue stick into the glue gun. Then turn it on. Use it after it's preheated. If you don't have a glue gun, you can use the inner flame of a lighter to melt the glue and then attach it. Then glue both ends to the front. Do the same for the other side. This way, the shoulder part is attached. Finally, attach a white fluffy ball to the front of the collar. This way, both sides of the collar are completed. That concludes the explanation of the collar. Up to this point, the entire garment has been explained. Next, we will crochet the main piece. First, learn how to make the sleeves. There are two identical sleeves. Both start with the adjustable magic ring. Then continue crocheting in rounds along the starting point. Now, let's dive in. Start with a magic ring. After completing the magic ring, work the first round. Begin with 1 chain as the starting chain. Then crochet 7 single crochets into the magic ring loop. After that, close the magic ring. Tighten the yarn tail. If you're unsure, you can count back. Pull tight. That completes the first round. For the rest of the sleeve, continue crocheting evenly without increasing or decreasing. While crocheting, make sure to secure the yarn tail. Here, I have a small sample with a few rounds already worked. Let me teach you how to count the rounds. Take a look at the fabric piece. On the right side, 1 raised texture represents 1 round. Count these textures. Each texture indicates 1 round. This is a sample with 3 rounds completed. Next, continue crocheting the sleeve all the way down. After finishing, leave a bit of tail and fasten off the yarn. Then follow the same method to crochet another sleeve. After completing the sleeve, attach lace trim onto the sleeve. Now, let's dive in. Take 1 sleeve. Here, I'll demonstrate with a small sample. The number of rounds is not relevant. Then glue the lace on above the second round. Pay attention to not mix up the front and back of the lace. Start gluing along the joining position. No need to glue it all down, just secure it at a few points. Cut off the excess lace. Attach the lace to the other sleeve in the same way. That concludes the sleeves. Set them aside for now. Next, let's crochet the pads. We'll also start with an adjustable magic ring. Work in rounds along the magic ring. Everyone, refer to the table and crochet it properly. After completing, leave about 20 centimeters of yarn tail for sewing. Once completed, set it aside for later use. That concludes the pad section.